Well, good morning and welcome to Move Early, Move Often. I am Blake Martin and it is Wobbly Wednesday. My co-host, invisible and inaudible as he is, but he's there. I know he's there. I've spoken to him just seconds ago. Is Dr. Thomas Karakolis. Today we're going to be looking at shifting the base of support and excursions. We're going to move from foot to foot and try to get slightly wider and wider as we go. I'm going to jump right to it. We're going to begin right away. Let's get up here and let's get going. So we'll start really easy. We're just going to shift from side to side. This is part of our warm-up, believe it or not. And a little bit bigger. If you've got an exercise mat, you're kind of trying to step over your exercise mat without tripping over it. You can do that. And bigger. Bigger. Bigger still. Now don't touch your foot when you go to the side. Just stay on the foot that you're going to. Bigger. Bigger. Okay, great. And now we're going to go forward and back. Put your left foot forward first. And just forward and back. Slowly getting bigger. Bigger. Whoa. You can see where the wobble is going to come? Can you see it? Can you see what we're going to be doing? Yeah, you can. Really big. Okay, now switch feet. Right leg forward. And back. Forward. Back. Really big. If you can do it almost the length of your mat, that's great. Back. Forward. And back. Forward. And back. Whew. Forward. And back. Okay, great. That's a pretty good warm-up for exactly what we're going to do. So the exercise today is we're going to move at different levels and we're going to move into balances on one side or the other. We're going to do a big excursion. So we're going to move our foot away from our base of support and then we're going to kind of land on it and we're going to balance. So what I want you to do is what we were doing is we were keeping our foot really low. But we're going to bring our foot and knee higher. We're going to bring it higher. That's going to shift our center of mass slightly higher. It's going to make it more challenging for us to do the activity we were just doing. All right? So what I want you to do is work within your comfort zone. So if you're going side to side and you're comfortable with your foot really low, then let's try that for a bit. Try it low and fairly wide. If you find that pretty easy, then try it wider, a little wider, and bring your knee higher. Really big, as big as possible. Whoa. So that you're almost leaping for you. Whatever the leap is for you, that's where you're going to. Get that knee nice and high. So we've really got to really raise the center of gravity, and it makes it so that we have to do a lot more control with our ankle. All right, same thing, forward and back, forward and back. So we're gonna go forward, keep your foot low, and just do it with whichever leg you want to do forward first. The other leg is going to be more challenging because it's not your dominant. And bring the knee up. The backwards one is typically the most challenging because we're not as used to moving into the back space. So when you're going backwards, be extra careful. Get that knee up higher. Whoa. And if you're not almost falling, then push a little bit harder. You should be almost falling. Let's switch feet. Here we go. Bring the knee up a little bit, but within your comfort zone. What's high for you? What's challenging for you? Forward. Okay. So let's change it up a little bit. We're going to do our side-to-side activity again. And what we're going to do is you're going to start with your foot low and bring it high. Sweep it up. So sweep it low across and bring it up so that there's a real change in dynamic. Your leg is coming in and then moving up. So this is challenging us in our nervous system to be shifting our balance. I needed a table there. It's a good thing I have a table here. It's to work with this dynamically changing center of mass. Challenge yourself. If you're not wobbling a little bit, it's not Wednesday. No, you're not. You could go a little bit further. A little further for you. And maybe your distance is only a couple of inches across. And that's enough for you. All right. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to go forward on whichever leg we choose first. And you're going to bring the leg low and past your ankle and draw it up. So I'll show you that from the side so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going forward and up. All right. I'll smash the table if I do it that way, so I'm doing it this way. So really sweep it across the floor and then up. Into the back space is very challenging for me, as it is for most people. Switch the feet. Forward again. And back. Sweeping. All right. Let's go back one more time to how we started. Just side to side. All right. Just really easy balance. Making your excursions bigger and bigger. Okay, and make it smaller again. Okay, bring it to the middle. Now, okay, you've got a feel for that. If you dare. You don't have to, but if you dare, close your eyes. And we're going to make very small excursions. These, you have just had the big ones. It's not going to be that big. If you're on a mat, you might just go to the very edge of your mat. If you sense your feet going off, you might not want to go that far. So what you're going to do is you're going to stand on your mat and you're going to step to the side and try to balance with your eyes closed. Same thing to the other side. And you're just clearing your mat. And if you have to open your eyes to find your mat again, then do that. So just side to side, very low. Keep your foot nice and low. Side to side. Just trying to balance. Side to side. So we've taken away the visual modality. That is really very central to a lot of our balancing activities. Works with your inner ear, the vestibular system, and the proprioception in your ankles. Now, if you do it a few times, I feel like I'm getting some confidence here, and I'm finding it. All right. Now, if you're not finding it, then try doing not as wide. Go a little bit narrower. All right. Find yourself in your mat again, and let's try it forward and back. Small excursions, eyes closed, and we're just going to move forward and back. So, forward and back. Terrifying. Going backwards. Forward and back. And I'm all over the place. I think I'm going too big to make my steps a little smaller. And back. Forward. And back. Oh, there. Feels like I might be getting it. Yeah. I'm finding it. Yeah, I'm getting a little courage, and I'm making it bigger. All right, switch feet, other foot forward. You're non-dominant, typically. Might not be. And eyes closed, forward, very small, and back. And this leg, the one that you chose second, will probably be a little more challenging. Might not be, but typically it is. If you're wobbling too much, just make it smaller for now. Make it within your range, as big as it can be for you. Oh, there we go. And get some confidence and get some sense of where your body is in space. All right. Last one. Forward, back. And all right, just shoulder rolls backwards. If you're like me, you're holding your arms up to help you with the balance. Shoulder rolls forward. Find your centered space. Centered space, feet about shoulder width apart, maybe a little wider. Knees pointing forward, toes pointing forward. Nice and tall. The whole cervical spine, the neck is elongated. Ears are pulling away from your shoulders. Knees over your navicular bone. Hips over your knees. Shoulders over your hips. Ears over your shoulders. Be nice and tall. Your heart rate may have come up a little bit there. Just be tall. Inhale. Feel like you could float away. Come back down. That was awesome. Great practice today, friends. See if you can bring this into your all day longness and just find places where you can balance on one foot and practice shifting balance. It's pretty cool what we can do when we give ourselves a little practice. And that's a thing that is often absent. So shifting weight, sometimes with eyes closed. We're working on excursions from side to side that make us move our base of support and challenge our balance and our proprioception systems. Anyways, you've moved early. I hope you remember to move often, and have a great day.